Women's 3,000 meters on the track. Carissa Schweitzer setting that collegiate record and the 2018 best at the Millrose Games a number of weeks ago, back in February. Jenny Behringer has the meet record. And there is Carissa. She won the 5,000 meters last night with a closing 2:15 800 meters, and we'll see what she's got left in the tank here at the 3,000 meter distance.
Well, we saw her lead that race almost start to finish. And she said she wasn't planning on leading, but it was a slow pace. She wanted to get in front, control that race. And she said her plan was to go at about 800 meters, but she went a lot earlier than that. And doubling back was always the plan.
Eleanor Purrier, who won the mile earlier in almost a photo finish after being third and second previously. And another false start in the 3,000 meters. You have to ask why.
It's kids, Dwight. Everybody wants to step on that line, get an edge.
We do have one scratch. There's a 15-woman field in this particular race. From Colorado, the sophomore McKenna Morley has scratched out of this race. So no harm, no foul. They show the green card. Not really certain what the problem is. I'm assuming it's somebody's with their toe on the line. Start is not crucial in 3,000 meters. So they will stay in their packs through the first two turns and then combine down the finishing straight. And we'll probably know pretty soon how quick a pace Carissa Schweitzer is interested in running. Both Eleanor Purrier and her freshman teammate Winnie Colotti doubling back from last night's 5,000. Lily Burton, who anchored the successful Oregon DMR last night, leading early on with her teammate Jessica Hull. And Schweitzer, you can see there on the outside. And she decides that she would like to get into the front and drops in on the, or it doesn't drop in yet, running in lane 2. Pretty bunched up at this point.
And a slow pace at this, at that, they are. 73 seconds translates to about a 4:52 mile.
So that's Winnie Colotti, the freshman from New Mexico. Oh, there down goes Kurgat. It's early enough in the race that she can slowly but surely reconnect to the pack.
And importantly, Dwight, the pace is not that quick. It's not slow right now. Her teammate has actually picked the pace up some. This is Winnie Colotti, as you mentioned, just a freshman. And in high school, she won the Foot Locker National High School Championships while attending high school, and her family's been in the United States for a number of years from Leesburg, Virginia.
She hails from Eritrea, the home country of Meb Keflezighi, noted marathoner and former UCLA Bruin.
And many families left because of the vicious civil war that went on over there for years. Meb's family, large family, did it in sections, like here's 2 kids that can get out now, and here's 2 kids that'll join dad, that type of thing. They finally settled in San Diego. But, oh, jeez. Got another fall.
That is Fiona O'Keefe, the Stanford freshman. So it's quite the baptism. Her first time, obviously, at the NCAA Indoor Championships as a freshman. And watching the middle of the track. And that was, it looked like it involved Eleanor Purrier as well. They just got tangled up.
Her knee hit Purrier's right leg is what happened. And fortunately, Eleanor was in a position to have good balance. And it was not her fault. 1,000 meters in 3:03, so triple that. That's a 9:09 pace.
So we are not going to see another collegiate record, at least not in this race.
And you almost never do at the distance races. They become tactical because of the stress of doubling frequently that many of them have. And some of them are coming back from running the distance medley relay, like Lily Burton on the right-hand side of both of those Oregon ladies is Burton. She ran 4:33 for her leg last night, and that Christina Aragon, who matched her stride for stride from Notre Dame, did the same thing in the 1,600 meters. There's Ali Ostrander, one of the country's really gifted and talented runners. She's from Alaska, goes to Boise State. She's got number 9 in her hip. She's in second place wearing the orange Bronco.
Well, she's able to create a little space out there. I saw her in the pack, and as small as she is and diminutive in stature, she was able just to put her elbows out, create a nice little bubble around herself, and keep clear of all that bumping.
She's got a great history of loving running, comes from a family where parents were runners as well. That lap just picked up quite a bit with who else? Carissa Schweitzer, 35.4 seconds. So they dropped it down to about 71s that they're running now for 400 meters. And here comes Ali saying, okay, I'm going to hang with you here. There's 7 laps to go, but let's see what we can do here.
New Hampshire senior Eleanor Purrier, she's doubling back from the mile. She had a chance to get to know her biggest rival last month at those Milrose Games.
Carissa's a really nice girl. We got to chat a little bit and hang out some at Milrose this year, so I was glad I got to get to know her, and obviously she's a very accomplished and amazing runner. So it's really cool that I get to meet these kind of people at these meets and stuff. But yeah, she's going to be really tough competition, and everybody in the 3K too. So this is my first time doubling, so I'm really not sure how it's going to go, but I'm really excited.
Well, Dwight, she knows now she's falling back. She has slipped back in the pack quite a bit, and she is off the lead, and there are 6, 8, 9 athletes in front of her. Well, excuse me, there are 11 total in front of her now. So she's back, but it looks like it's going to be Ali Ostrander to try and challenge Carissa Schweitzer to see what can be done. The first mile covered in 4:50.
Ali Ostrander, who was in second place, she won the steeplechase at last year's outdoor NCAA championships as a freshman, and she was second in the NCAA cross-country meet in 2016, and then was 4th this last fall. So she's a gamer, and winning that title as a freshman, that is really something in an event that is really getting better in this country. Carissa Schweitzer doing what she can to shake her, and no doubts that she will. But Ostrander saying, okay, I'm the future in the collegiate ranks. I want to get a little knowledge here from one of the greats.
Well, let's see what happens. 6 minutes and 35 seconds with 800 meters to go for these ladies. And she comes from a peninsula town called Kenai up in Alaska. Imagine doing a lot of your training as a distance runner in Alaska. The last 400 meters, pressing down on that accelerator up in the lead, Carissa Schweitzer, and she has not been able to shake Ali Ostrander yet.
Well, and remember at the SEC Championships, Carissa Schweitzer dropped a 4:26 in a 600-meter split on the DMR, so we know she's got great mile speed.
Ostrander, by contrast, only 4:38 mile speed. So if Schweitzer wants to shift gears and grind it a little bit harder, she might be able to drop the sophomore, but she's hanging in there right now, and they're coming up with just 400 meters remaining. 2 laps to go in the women's 3,000, and Carissa Schweitzer trying to double back from last night's 5,000-meter win, but she's having a tough time shaking the youngster Ali Ostrander of Boise State, the sophomore. She was the NCAA steeplechase champion last June in Eugene, and has 2 top 5 finishes in NCAA cross country, and Schweitzer's not able to gap the youngster, at least not yet.
That was a 72nd 400 meters, and she's now coming up with 1 lap to go. Let's see what this last 400 is going to look like. I don't think she's in full giddy up yet. We'll see.
200 meters remaining, and Carissa Schweitzer having a tough time shaking Boise State sophomore Ostrander as they start to lap runners. And there the little gap develops with Schweitzer, but Ostrander trying to answer, trying to cover that move and get in position to maybe make a move off the final turn. Schweitzer, the senior, her last indoor 3,000, trying to make it a successful double, and she's going to. But a game effort by Ostrander, someone we'll be seeing over the next couple of years at the NCAA championship level.
8 minutes 53.36 100ths of a second for Carissa. Great race by Ostrander.
And based on that slow early pace, that could have been a challenging race for a collegiate record.
And I've watched her often enough to know the gears that she's got. This is Carissa I'm talking about. And I felt she had one more in the back stretch, and she clicked off a pretty quick last 200 meters.
Sub 33 her last 200 meters, and that's what did it. That broke the young sophomore. But Schweitzer gets that double. 5,000 last night, 3,000 tonight. Ostrander, after anchoring her Boise State team in the DMR, comes back and makes a race out of it in second. And Jessica Hull ends up third for the Ducks.